Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Winford Cropper, and today I am doing a presentation about climate change and how it affects the coastal community. Climate change and its challenges. Start with that. First, let me give you the definition of climate change, right? Climate change occurs when changes in Earth climate system result in a new weather pattern that lasts for at least a few decades or and maybe for millions of years. Let me just move on and tell you some of the devastating effects on climate change and the regions it affects. Start off with tourist attraction, just the basic devastation of fishing industry, damage to infrastructures with flooding, erosion, loss of home and properties, poor air quality, loss of business revenues, and risk relocation. Changes the whole community geographical imprint, which is all the things that happens when you add climate change in the mix. Tourist attraction. Me and my family just recently came from Cancun, Mexico, and the red algae actually looked like sewage water. It was disgusting. It turned me off. I didn't touch the water. The reason why I went to Cancun was to get some sun and some water and beach water, do some water sports, and that couldn't happen because of the situation that was happening with the red algae. Moving to the next slide, we talk about Sandy and how its effect New Jersey, New York, Far Rockaway up to the Lower East Side, World Financial Center. That financial area had it underground, underwater, devastated New York for quite some time, and it also has an impact on the fishing community and the boats and stuff like that. When the water comes up and it goes down, everything is out of order. So it really does its number on the tourist attraction. Damages to infrastructure. Man, a lot of the coastal areas, they did work on it some time and it's outdated. And when the water comes in, the harsh weather, the inclement weather, really takes its toll on the coastal area. And that type of thing, you see the breaking away and the erosion of, some of the concrete and stuff like that. Nature really takes back its own. And right now we got the little house that's owned by a famous person. You may know her. Her name is Dolphy. This house is once in Kansas, but not anymore. The storm and hurricanes came and tore it apart. Damage to the infrastructures is one of the biggest problems. You lost the property. What do you do when you have to start all over? This is a gentleman, a boy who's sitting in what used to be his room, and that's gone. So, not good. I know some of the positive things they have on the, about climate change and what it does with the infrastructure, economical, things around how it helps with the health and Arctic melt and environment. So starting with the infrastructure, that it's one good thing to start all over to fortify and retrofit its infrastructure to the community. We have to rebuild to a better standards than what they used to. Economic flow, sometimes, the Greenland, provide more efficient, opportunities for people to come in. The water is just, the Arctic melt, and we have more water. Sea levels rising, so that's good for passageways with trade and in that type of region, with the Northern Passageway, where they used to have to go around a lot of things. They can just go kind of almost like a straightforward path, A to B, which is good. The environmental, you see how that affects that environmental. But on the flip side, you have the positives that we talked about, and now just look at a couple of negatives that affects us. The same infrastructure, billions of dollars it takes to retrofit the infrastructure, to fortify it, to bring it up to the code, to standards, to modern day standards, and how the poor can't afford that. Happened in Far Rockaway, New York City. People really couldn't afford to fix up their houses to the extent where, mitigation, where, insurance companies just give them enough to what they had, which is not good enough. Again, billions of dollars that they don't have. The public don't have to fix that up. People no longer dying of, being freezing. They dying of, warm weather. Just heat strokes and stuff like that, and stress, everything that comes to that, and the spreading of diseases through mosquitoes, and because of the rain, because of the moisture, things, so on and so forth. You know, and this is a continuation of the negative effects on why climate change is no good for me, no good for you. Um, you have the Arctic melt, pretty much, Titanic, icebergs everywhere is melting, they're breaking off, it's causing a lot of damage to water, boats, vessels that's, trying to make deliveries and things like that. The environment, carbon dioxide in the air, oxygen is poor oxygen zones, pretty much out the region. Sea levels risen above sea level, which caused a lot of floods, not just only to Nigeria, that happened to Thailand, and a lot of other places, developing countries on the waterfront that's, really can't afford to really fix up the way they should. So that's facing that. But the mitigation and prevention measures that one can take, normally starting off at a low impact to a high impact. Some of the lower things they can do. Let me just make that a little bit bigger and bring that down. Yeah, so, for the most part, we have to start off small. We have to take baby steps. And a lot of what we're doing is, starting off with the energy efficient light bulbs and things like that. It's for the low impact, and then starting it, going to the medium range to the high, which is very simple, which is we all recommend to recycle the trash, wash the stuff out, hands. If you're gonna use the wash machine, make sure that's on cold. You don't have to always put it on blast in high heat, because that pulls a lot of energy, and that's no good. And the best thing, I know you're gonna kill me. The cut down on the jet fuels. People traveling all over, a lot of planes in the sky. They're making money traveling, but the jet fuels is no good for the environment. I always recommend you to get a hybrid, or just to stay healthy. City bikes, you can ride across town. So you got to start taking some precautionary measures. You know, um, preparedness. When I look into Mother Nature's eyes, the image I see is of myself, right? Everybody's charged with the responsibility to take care of themselves, not wait for anybody else, but it starts with you. So I kind of, I kind of like that. But pulling together as a collective, we can come up with innovative ways to sharpen our skills, to mitigate, you know, come up with these strategies to talk about that and full scale exercises or seminars, tabletops, just to be able to just talk about whatever stage you're on, just to be able to get that going so we can prove and educate ourselves on how to stop the climate change. All right. And once we pretty much, come up with a plan, a preparedness plan, then we just, we activate it. We activate that plan. We launch it. We work it, and we see all the strength and all the weaknesses, and after everything else is done in recovery, we see what we need to do to start that process all over again. It's really important, because at the end of the day, you have to utilize the efforts of the whole community, which everyone's coming together. As they say, it takes a village, right? And within that village comes hope. Within that hope comes, the reblossom of flowers and picking up, and people feel good about themselves when they pitch in as a collective, private business, and you know, everybody on the local level. Before it gets on to the federal level, we pull together and we make it work. And that's our share of the whole community, building from the ground up. Here are some of my references on where I got the materials from. I urge you to take a look at that. If you have any questions, you can be able to reach out. I appreciate you taking the time to look at my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thank you. Have a good evening, and bye-bye.